Sub-freezing across San Diego County valleys. We're talking about the possibility of frost as we kick off your Tuesday morning and how much longer these cold temperatures will stick around.
That's where they walk over, right? There.
Why a local community is a hot spot for illegal border crossings and how Mexico is now cracking down.
Ding dong ditch danger, the prank scaring people around San Diego.
You're watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
Boy, you may not want to leave those warm blankets in your bed. It is another chilly morning here. Thanks so much for joining us at 6 a.m. I'm Eric Connard.
And I'm Netta Iranpour. Yeah, it has everyone shivering. We have team coverage on this. CBS 8's Regina Urita with tips on how to stay warm. But we do want to start with meteorologist Evan Narani. So Evan, when will this cold snap end?
So it looks like by the time we get into early Thursday morning, Wednesday night and Thursday morning, we'll have much warmer temperatures on hand. Tomorrow morning will still be a cold one, just not quite as cold as what we see to kick off here your Tuesday. Take a look at where your temperatures are starting off the morning. 28 degrees right now in Ramona, 32 in Escondido, 33 in Poway, and 31 down in Campo. So there are plenty of spots that are sub-freezing. Most other spots are in the mid-30s, moving toward the low 40s along the coastline. 24-hour temperature change shows that we have seen minimal adjustments from this time yesterday. For Borrego Springs and Ocotillo Wells, they're 16 degrees colder than where they were at this time yesterday. But the forecast by the afternoon shows mid-60s in play. Sunshine will be abundant by the time the sun rises in the next about 45 minutes or so. So we will get a pretty decent day on hand. It is just the start of the day where we are very cold again. Tomorrow will be cold as well. It's Thursday morning in particular because of the possibility of some rain in the forecast that we'll see some warmer temperatures on the way. But today, 30s and 40s out there as temperatures drop, many of us trying to stay warm. City of San Diego trying to ensure that people are warm who don't have shelter in San Diego. CBS 8's Regina Urita live along Harbor Island with more. Regina?
Yeah, good morning, Evan. And certainly right now is the time to bundle up. We're actually at Harbor Island Park. This is usually the time where we see people waking up, heading for their morning jog. Some people walking their dog. We've only seen probably one person. That person was very bundled up. So I don't blame many who are not here waking up for their morning jog because you're definitely feeling those temperatures drop. It's very cold this morning. And with that said, officials are making sure that they're taking care of the community, especially our unsheltered community. The inclement weather shelter program for San Diegans experiencing homelessness has been activated by the San Diego Housing Commission with the help of the city. This program is usually put in place whenever the temperature drops under 45 degrees. Now, at the same time, officials are warning people about certain heaters that can become a hazard. They also shared tips like checking your carbon monoxide detector, keeping electric heaters away from items that can catch on fire like furniture. We spoke with Captain Adam Diaz with the Heartland Fire Rescue about tips and safety. Here's what he told us.
The biggest thing is like heaters not working properly, and so you can have carbon monoxide poisoning. So another thing to have checked, which SDG&E will come out and check to make sure that your pilot light is working right on your heater and your heater's burning efficiently.
And Diaz also recommended that if you bought a Christmas tree this holiday season that you throw it away at this point. It is old and dry and it can pose a fire hazard. As far as those who are heading to work early this morning, definitely bundle up. You can feel those chilly temperatures this morning, so have a big jacket, stay warm out there. And for those waking up or in the house, you're probably cranking up that heater and probably a good idea for now. That's latest in downtown. I'm Regina Urita, CBS 8.
Yes, Regina, we've been plugging ours into every room to try to stay warm. And now let's show you these photos. This could make you feel cold just by looking at them. Photos of frost. The National Weather Service shared this picture from Rancho Bernardo, where the low was 30 degrees. That was yesterday morning. And then here's a picture from Eric C. in 4S Ranch. Look at this brush right there, the lawn, yeah, all icy. We have a photo also from Scott. He says he took this photo on a hike in Ramona over the weekend. Wow, Ramona, very cold. That ice forming on those leaves and on the grass, the blades. That's how cold it is. So to keep up with the latest weather conditions and alerts on the go, download the free CBS 8 app from Google Play or the App Store. Also share photos and videos there through the Near Me section.
Well, Amanda's recovering here this morning after getting trapped in a hole at the Plaza Bonita Mall in National City. Take a look at this new photo that we got here. The plumber was on a construction site working in the hole when a wall collapsed and trapped him. Firefighters used plywood to try and keep him from going down further. We're waiting for an update on that person's condition. Right now, an aggressive form of ding-dong ditch is frightening some people in San Diego neighborhoods. We've received reports from Rolando to Scripps Ranch of people dressing in all black, ringing doorbells, banging on doors before running away. Police say this could come with unintended consequences because you don't know how the homeowner will respond. Police say criminal charges could also be filed if the pranks damage property. In a few hours here, the County Board of Supervisors will be meeting for the first time this year.
So they have a very busy day ahead. CBS 8's Chris Groh joining us here in studio. You're tracking how today's decisions will affect all of us here in San Diego.
Got to find a chair, got to find a vice chair amidst another of other things that they have to decide. And this will all be on the agenda today, and that meeting going to start here in less than 3 hours. So let's break this down for you at home. Again, many of you got to go to work, and the supervisors, they're going to be going to work, and we want to make sure that you're kept up to date on what is happening. Now, board needs an elected chair and vice chair. The previous chairperson was Supervisor Nora Vargas. Now, from there, they'll actually appoint another interim county administrative officer. This has been an issue for quite some time. That previous person served in an interim capacity. They still don't have a plan yet for a permanent person in this role, but Deputy CAO Sarah Agassi is currently up for the role, so they're going to be voting on confirming her. It's not clear if and when they will select, again, when that will happen for a permanent one. After that, the board could extend the program that waives ADU fees for unincorporated county properties for another 5 years. Public comment rules could also be changed to crack down on disruptions, something that happens pretty much at every meeting. And finally, there's a huge pot of federal pandemic relief dollars that the supervisors have to spend before 2026. It's about $80 million. Some of it is already going to help support migrants seeking asylum to move to their final destination and also increase the number of recovery beds in substance abuse treatment facilities. But there's another proposal for these funds to spend about $24 million of them to boost the number of behavioral health care workers in San Diego County. In fact, a recent study found that the county will need 18,500 more healthcare workers in the behavioral field by 2027.
So we're going to be training and helping skill up a whole bunch of behavioral health workers across the county, as well as supporting some of our smaller community clinics.
And there are a number of different proposals on how to spend that $80 million. So again, be sure to pay attention here to our continued coverage of today's meeting that starts at 9 a.m. and we will have that coverage both here and on CBS8.com. Eric?
Well, it's been a controversial issue for months. Today, the San Diego City Council will decide on a proposal for a so-called megachurch in Del Cerro. All People's Church want to build a 900-seat church, a parking structure, classrooms, and a gym. This would be off I-8 and College Avenue. The city originally planned to build homes there. Both sides have been vocal. Critics are worried about the location and traffic.
Today, city leaders in Chula Vista will vote on officially reopening Harborside Park. It was closed over a year because of crime and a homeless encampment. Now, families have rallied to reopen the park. Last month, City Council agreed, but now they're holding a formal vote. They'll discuss funding for improvements. They want to create permanent fencing there, lighting, security cameras, repairs, and add a ranger station. The work is expected to last 8 months. Time is now 6:09. The idea of going to a park at this hour
Right now
sounds kind of painful. The
Yeah.
metal bars and things.
I mean, you better
Yeah.
bundle up with a hat and scarf if you even have
Right.
them.
I will say there's some good news, though, that we have on the horizon, and that is that today, January 9th, is the first sunset in San Diego at 5 o'clock.
Oh.
Yay.
Later.
No more
heading that
4
direction.
o'clock
That's right.
sunsets.
No more 4 o'clock sunsets. Those are gone out of our hair, at least between now and the summer solstice. We're going to see those day lengths continue to lengthen. So we can celebrate that 5 p.m. right on the dot sunset for this evening. In the meantime, though, we start off the morning with some very, very cold overnight low temperatures, coldest that we've had so far of the year, of course, but in some cases so far it's the coldest we've been in months. Overnight lows are mostly in the 20s and 30s to kick off the morning. We've got overnights closer to about 28 degrees across the mountains. Tonight into early tomorrow will be cold yet again. That's where we see temperatures along the coastline around 45 degrees, inland closer to about 38 degrees. But by the afternoon today, we've got mid-60s in play, so we can celebrate those warm temperatures close to average, still a few degrees off of average in most spots. When we look at your overnight low temperature records that were broken yesterday into the early morning hours, Ramona and Campo were the two spots we had in mind. So Ramona got down to 22 degrees overnight from Sunday night into early Monday, so technically Monday morning. So these are records for January 8th, daily records kept that Ramona broke their record for, set back previously in 2000. Campo broke their previous record, or tied their previous record, I should say, and that was set back in 1951. When we look at the 5-day forecast, we've got the opportunity for a few showers on the way early Thursday morning. That's pretty much the only opportunity for us to see any rain in the forecast over the next week or so. So again, Thursday is going to be the day of coldest afternoon high temperatures, down to about 61 degrees, but notice the other days are only at about 63, 64 degrees on the afternoon highs. Overnight lows will be much warmer from Wednesday night into Thursday as those clouds build, but from tonight into early tomorrow, we still see some upper 30s, low 30s in play the farther east you go as we kick off the day. Let's take a look at traffic. It's 6:11 on the clock right now. So far, your roads are seeing some congestion. We do want to let you know that all lanes are back open on the westbound 8 through El Cajon. Several lanes were closed for days due to work on the freeway bridge over El Cajon Boulevard. That ended at 5 a.m. today. Also want to take you to a crash that just popped up this morning. This one was on the 805. We'll check in on that later. San Ysidro Port of, let's take a look. There we go. Left-hand shoulder blocked there, on the right-hand shoulder blocked with the crash on the 805 southbound. This is before the 905. Again, toward the South Bay, San Ysidro area is where we see this. Now we can check in on those border wait times. 80-minute wait at the San Ysidro Port of Entry, 75-minute wait at the Otay Mesa Port of Entry. Back to you.
We can do is just be ready for the next deluge to come, because it's gonna come.
Who's still ahead here? The hot spot for illegal border crossings here in San Diego.
Plus the explosion that rocked a city in Texas. And what airlines have discovered in other grounded planes during inspections after that flight that lost its door plug.
And as we go to break, San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria delivering his State of the City address. It's happening tomorrow, and you can watch it on our sister station, the CW San Diego, and on CBS 8 Plus at 6:30 p.m. We'll be right back.